So we've created a leadership environment. You started by defining your core values. Those core values will help you to evaluate your team to make sure they're aligned with your core values. Those core values have allowed us to create some rules of the game, to start building your culture. So you can, and your team can, evaluate themselves against those behaviours to make sure that they're on your page. You can manage those behaviours, manage the stuff in that you want and manage the stuff out that you don't want. As a result of the core values, we've created a vision to enrol and inspire your team. Hopefully that's created some excitement, that inspiring pull towards force, and it's caused you to ask some different questions about what's going on in your business. So now we need to move to the management side. Let's organise your players. Now, just think about when you started your business. There was you in your business and you were wearing many hats. As the business starts to evolve, we hire people and quite often they're doing more than one role. That's okay, because it's all with best intentions, though it's not necessarily efficient. Because if you think about it, if we harness this back to the fun skill matrix that we looked at in session 6, quite often we've got people doing roles which are actually below their value. And quite often, quite a lot of the portion of their time is below the value that we hire them for. So let's think about a team sheet. Here's a classic organisational structure. So you as the MD report to you, the shareholder, or whoever your shareholder is. You're responsible for the execution of everything within the business, not accountable for it, but responsible for it. So you report back to your shareholder using your Beach dashboard, and the shareholder looks at the P&L and balance sheet to make sure that the performance overall is as expected. With your Beach dashboard, that gives you an indicator of whether each function is hitting its required key performance indicators. So you're managing each function. So in a classic organisation, we have a marketing function, the one that's there to generate the leads and the inquiries. The sales function is there to convert those leads and inquiries into business. The operational function is there to do the product or service that the organisation does, the business of the business. The finance function manages the cash cycle and makes sure that everything stacks up. And the HR function makes sure that they support the other functions to resource the processes correctly. Each of those functions has multiple roles within. So this allows us to divide to multiply. When you first started your business, you were the MD, you were responsible for marketing and sales and operations and perhaps finance and HR. We divide to multiply, so by dividing the organisation into multiple roles, we multiply the capabilities within the organisation through hiring specialists. In the first book that we give to our clients, The E-Myth, Revisited by Michael Gerber, there's a really nice example where Jack and Murray start a widget making business. At that point, there's only Jack and Murray in the business, so they're obviously wearing a lot of hats. As a result of that, they draw an organisational chart for the business at the point in time at which it works without them. Now, that's a really great end goal, if you like. You can do it on a shorter term scale if that works for you, but why not draw an organisational chart at the point in time at which your business works without you? The important thing to consider here is that that's done from a role perspective, not a person perspective, because remember in this example, there's only Jack and Murray in that business at that point in time. By getting role clarity, what that allows us to do is a number of things. First of all, we can put a budget on each of those roles. So it shows kind of what the hourly rate of each of those roles is. We can force the value through the organisation down to its lowest level to make sure that people are doing their orange box more of the time. It also allows us to make better decisions on when we should be hiring people, because we might have a really expensive person doing some really stupid things. Remember that cascading green and orange boxes that I showed you in session 6. So the clarity of that organisational chart helps us decide when and how much we need to hire certain roles and really get focused on creating more leverage within the business. Short session, but really important session. Your job is to go and draw the organisational chart for your business at a point in the future, maybe even the point in your future when the business can work without you. That clarity will lead to some far better quality decisions in terms of how you choose to define and create and hire the roles in your business.